Hello everyone, welcome to Reading with Reference today. To our YouTube viewers, hello, and to any of our new ones, my name is Kim Christopher. I'm a reference librarian at the Haverford Township Free Library, and I'm here to share with you some reading recommendations. So the first book I have to share today is Be Wild, Be Free by Amber Fossé. And this is just a really wonderful, unique book where Fossé, with illustrations of nothing but animals on these very vivid, beautiful watercolors, she is offering you compassionate words of encouragement, all very humorously and yet seriously in a way advocating that, don't let society constrain you. Don't stress yourself over things in life. That matter over there, don't worry. It'll work itself out. Life is great. And who cares what people say about you? It doesn't matter. You're great as a human being, as an individual. These are all things that Fossé is basically advocating with this book, all with these illustrations again, short, very compassionate words of encouragement. But yeah, overall, I would highly recommend reading this book, especially in these stressful times. If you want to read something that makes you feel good about life, yourself as a human being. This book celebrates life, individuals, and yeah, I can't emphasize just how much I recommend this as a read. It's the kind of book you can keep reading over and over and over again and feel good about yourself and life in general. So yeah, I highly recommend this as a read. And moving along here for my second recommendation today, I have the book A Pale Light in the Black by K.B. Waggers. And this is basically a space opera story where it's set sometime in the future where humanity has, achieved that perfect future we all dream of. War, conflict, plague, poverty, all those things that the problems that we have in modern day society, more or less, are all non-existent in this future. And in this future, without the threat of conflict or war and invading nations, the military, which has established this, shall we say, what they call the boarding games, the future Olympic Games of space, where all the branches of the military compete against each other to be top dog. And in the midst of preparing for the boarding games, the crew of the Zuma's Ghost, ship in the Neo-G, basically the space Coast Guard of the future, they uncover a conspiracy that could destroy this idyllic, peaceful future and plunge humanity back into total warfare once again. And yeah, so I would say, as a reading recommendation, if you love space opera stories, then you will love Pale Light in the Black. But also, if you're familiar with and like the movie Rollerball, as well as the TV series Battlestar Galactica, then I would highly recommend reading this book, as just like Rollerball, with the boarding games, it takes all the, games that we have now and reinvents them in a sci-fi style. And Battlestar Galactica, just like that TV show, it's a character-oriented story where the characters, they sit down, they talk with each other, they work things out. And yeah, so I would highly recommend reading this book. Again, if you love space operas, the movie Rollerball, and Battlestar Galactica, it is just an absolutely wonderful sci-fi read. And then, finally, for my third recommendation today, I have the graphic novel Sentient by Jeff Lemire and Gabriel Walta. And this is, again, another space opera story, but unlike the other one, in the, again, distant future, or somewhat distant future, Earth is dying. Humanity, through all its, efforts, war, all the poverty, exhausting of resources, they've destroyed the planet. But fortunately, humanity has discovered, or human beings have discovered, a habitable planet not too far away from Earth, and began sending out colony ships full of the best and brightest humanity has to offer to build a better tomorrow. But unfortunately, during the journey, one of the colony ships, the USS Montgomery, a tragedy occurs, and the entire crew is killed, leaving behind only the children of the crew and an AI that was never designed for this sort of scenario. Sentient, therefore, based on that premise, it just follows the now children crew of the Montgomery And the AI, that again is just more like an advanced GPS, not programmed for this sort of situation, even though it's been ordered to take care of the children. And what I would say as a reading recommendation here is that I would recommend it not so much if you love space opera stories, which this has everything that a space opera story would have, but it doesn't do it in the typical style where everything usually in terms of sci-fi space opera stories, they're told from the perspective of the adults. As a result of the adults dying in this story, everything's told by the children and this AI as well that, well, without spoiling too much, it begins to develop human emotions in order to protect the children as it was ordered to, overriding its programming. So if you also love a story that has, AIs becoming human, so to speak, then yeah, you will love Sentient. It is a absolutely wonderful sci-fi space opera graphic novel read, and I'd say more, but that would spoil the entire story, and I don't like doing that to anyone. And, well, that is everything I have for recommendations today, everything I have to say. And until we see each other again 3 weeks from now, please do know that unfortunately the library will be closing its doors tomorrow to resume its curbside pickup services. For the curbside pickup, we'll still have the form available on the website that you can fill out, but we do encourage you to use the library's catalog to search for items and request them from our library, as well as others, so we can have them come and be ready for you to pick up when we call you. And at the moment, the library's hours will still be the same, the Monday through Wednesday, 10 to 8, Thursday, 10 to 6, and Friday, Saturday, 10 to 5. If that changes, we will update you on that change. And please do feel free to call us if you have any questions about these changes. And until we see each other again, everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day and take care.